Well, I've basically lost access to my camera. I was using Droid Cam, and it's spammy shareware anyway. And then OBS had an update, and now the plugin just won't load. I'm sure they'll push an update or whatever, but I have to put out a video because I was having a nap, and wow, lots of stuff happened while I was asleep. So there was an attempt on Trump, and um, they almost got him. Like, he was bleeding. They hit his ear. And I happen to be following some decent Substacks, so one of them is on top of it, and they're all posting videos and stuff and interviews and things. So I'm seeing stuff pretty much as fast as it gets to the public, which is nice, I guess. Or, well, you know, it's kind of being processed. Anyway, my point is that there's apparently some weird stuff, like they were pointing at the guy, and I just watched a video of that was apparently showed like a Secret Service counter sniper, like just aiming at him and looking through the scope at him and stuff, and then kind of I don't know if it shows him taking the shot. It's kind of a crappy video, you know, camera phones and whatnot. But it's already clear that there's a lot of irregularities there. I mean, of course, whenever a president, especially in the modern era, actually takes fire from a gunman, that's unusual. I mean, presidential candidate, I should say, but he's going to be president, and he already was once, so president. They call him Mr. President for the rest of his life. Anyway, it's just wild to me, because it's going to be, it's just such a stone in the pond. I mean, it's going to, if Israel is going to do anything absolutely ridiculously crazy, now's the time to do it, for one. And I guarantee they're aware of that, and I guarantee they're taking advantage. There's some extra heinous shit happening in Gaza right now, or the West Bank, or wherever else, whatever Nazi shit they want to do, it's happening right now, because we are so going to be distracted. Stuff about the Supreme Court, you know, articles of impeachment put up by AOC and everything, total buried now. The gun debate is going to explode, and I'm a pro Second Amendment guy, because obviously I don't trust these people, and like Black Panther style, they need to at least fear us a little, you know, and all that's going to go out the window. This is all, it's just going to, like, it was already chaos. It's going to be extra chaos now. And they've just really upped the stakes on the show. I kind of feel like, I felt like I was getting progress. You know, I got a couple more likes and got some subscribes and stuff about my assertion that we don't have a government, and I still totally stand behind that. But it is a little different from a show, because it is involved in the actual policymakers, and the actual policymakers are quite clearly willing to kill their actors to, you know, keep people believing in the show. Because, I mean, the pictures and video, it's clear that this was a real attempt. Like, they didn't graze his ear intentionally. This person, for whatever reason, context, really was trying to shoot presidential candidate in the head. And, you know, I don't want to speculate, but I do want to just go on record about some opinions. First of all, he's not like a professional shooter or whatever, because they shoot center mass, or if they're aiming for the head, they know they can hit it. You know, it's like you decide at the in the moment, and you decide correctly if you've been trained. So, and I don't mean like SEAL training. I just mean like spent any time at a range, you know, and have some sense of logic. It's like if you have money, I'm going to hit that fucking beer can right there, and there's $20 on it. You know what you're going to do. You make decisions like a gamer. You know that I'm either going to shoot for the body or I'm going to shoot for the head. You know, do I go for the critical, or do I guarantee myself, a hit of some kind? So yeah, dude, shooting for the head. He was either an idiot or really, really confident, or believed that he was wearing body armor, maybe. I don't know. But apparently people in the crowd watched an interview were watching the dude crawl up the roof. How is that possible? How is that possible? That's very suspicious to me. And I don't know. Maybe it's all part of the act, but like I said, this really does change things. I mean, I've said for a while that Trump was controlled opposition, or at the very least that they're not really worried about him because he's just another billionaire. I'm sure he's motivated by money and power and everything. But someone was willing to kill him. And I feel like it's not going to be a lone someone, because, like I said, people were pointing. And this was a secured Secret Service event. The interview guy is right. Why didn't they have somebody on every roof? Why didn't they have drones? Just looking down. So much of this doesn't make any sense. And granted, it's, like the event happened for me 10 minutes ago, so I more information. But it's just very, very strange, and it's going to be extra chaos from now. And yeah. Side rant. It's really super annoying that I just can't get an open source IP camera for Android phones. Everything, absolutely everything, is freemium, closed source, payware. This really is like my biggest reason for losing any kind of techno optimism when software is involved, because it is crystal clear that coders as a whole have corrupted. You're telling me not one single computer science student in 12 years put out a fully open source Android IP cam? Bull. Just bull. I mean, either they're being stopped, or coders all want to be Bezos when they grow up, and that really tracks more for me, because I see tons and tons of other evidence in other issues that people are just fully corrupted. Like, they just, to a man, they will not fix the stuff in whatever context it is. And in this context, it's coders capable of pushing an open source Android app that does this. That's a population. It's smaller than the majority. I get it. But really, not one of them, not a single one. I just, that says some stuff. And that really is going to have to be my way of processing things moving forward, is what things imply. Because, additional side rant, we're going to lose our access to evidence. Like, already, I doubt the first, like I was saying that I saw a video of a counter sniper, right? I already have reason to doubt that video. I mean, it could be deepfaked. It could totally be stable diffusion, cleaned up by hand, turned out super quick. And that's just only going to get worse, to the point to where it will be, they'll be able to just fake video in real time, and they'll be able to absolutely fake any kind of documented, digitized evidence. And the thing is, that's all evidence, because the first thing we do when we have analog as evidence is we digitize it. You know, we take pictures, we take video, and then those pictures and video move around, not the evidence. If anything, there's an argument for securing the evidence, because, you know, it's a source. I can make infinite digital copies, but I can't recopy, you know, the actual evidence. So all we're ever going to see is digital copies, and those digital copies will be malleable to the point of an arbitrary amount. I mean, it'll just be like edit stuff at your leisure. And I just wanted to put a video out real quick. Sorry for the generated background. I'll try to come up with something else for later. I don't know.